Question. What is the dragon and what is the portal? They're both one and the same, and I'm going to try to break it down to you because this is kind of angel science for y'all. Alright, here we go. Y'all see in ancient pictures, or go and Google the double-headed dragon or the Orbs or whatever, you're going to see a dragon eating its tail. That's very important. Why is it so significant? It's a symbol, and all the ancients drew it, so it have to have some type of significance to it. That's very important. It's so important that life depends on it, and there's nothing happening without it. Okay, now, there's another thing to that though. You see, that's only a mispicture of it. The real picture is two dragons. The double-headed dragon, a head on each side, no tail. It's always continuous, infinite. Or you could say one head is eating the tail and the other head is eating the other tail. That's really how it goes. It's like a double thing. If you look at it, half of the circle is one dragon and his head is up and his tail is down. Then the other half will be the other dragon, but his head is down in that one tail, and the other part of his thing, his tail is up in the mouth of the other dragon. So that's what it would be. Now that's a portal. That's what that's totally something different. You see, right there is everything. You know what that is? That's a cell. That's one of your cells. If you ever watch my videos, especially when I did that, what was it, the reptilian eye thing just now, you could see those circles. Those are just lights, you know, taken out of focus, and you see the portals and the rings inside of them. That's the same thing. It's the dragon. If you was to pause that video and look very closely at that ring, you would see it's two dragons eating themselves that make a perfect circle. Man, listen to me, Neo. This circle is in everything. You don't understand what I'm trying to tell you. Let me see if I could give you a good understanding. When I first started investigating it, I noticed that inside sonograms, that's the first place. It's the first thing when the baby is starting to come in. It starts off with two double-headed dragons. So as I'm looking, I realize now the womb that the baby is in, the whole stomach, is two dragons too. Look at that. Go for yourself. Look at the sonogram and look at the double-headed dragon. It's going to see the one half of the circle is a dragon eating one thing, and the other side is the other half. Look at it like if you was to split open a skull and put it to the side of it to look at the edge of it. That's the double-headed dragon. As a matter of fact, go do that. Go look at a split skull, split in half, and look at the circle of it and where they meet. You're going to see it's two double-headed dragons kissing. Check for yourself. Every cell, we got a dragon around us. We're just dragons upon dragons upon dragons. It's what makes everything. It's the portal. That's why you have pores, because they're portals. And each one of them projects. That's why you see me projecting so much shit off of my face and off my skin. Y'all is in trouble. Wait till I'm just a baby. I'm just starting to get my stripes. You see some shit start flickering out my eyes now. Just recently, I got that little dot underneath my eye that's sticking out. It wasn't like that as I ascend. My reptilian eyes wasn't like that as I ascend. I'm showing y'all this shit. Y'all watching the making of a god here. Not no shit that's gonna be picking up cars and flying. I'm talking the real shit, the mind of Thoth. Thoth is here. I learned all the secrets and it's not that hard. That's why I'm here to teach y'all but not show y'all too much, because then y'all gonna be denied the experience. So I guide y'all with information so that you could take the right path and don't follow these European paths because they're made to trap your soul. This is all about the hidden books. They hide all this information on purpose, like I said, when they took apart whole of civilization, and then made up this thing called education. This education system was what was making people go from a right brain thinking person to a left brain thinking person. We were spiritual, always creative. We didn't worry about the things we do. We saw life through a blur, not a thin line. We saw only energy and detected energy. That was who we was. But through education, they taught us how to use our left brain. We became only rational thinkers, robot, the clay person. We don't know how to think no more for ourselves. We depend upon everything for us. We depend upon water, we depend upon food, we depend upon electricity, we depend upon the news, we depend upon our boss, we depend upon our love, we depend upon our kids. We so goddamn depend upon, we don't realize that we're a motherfucking drug addict. That's a fact. And so once you realize that, you work on start fixing yourself where you become independent, like that song, I'm an independent woman. It ain't no state of having a couple dollars. That's not fucking independence, man. What the fuck you think that shit is? That's a poor person's independence. This independence we talking about is independence from all your wantons and desires. That's a rich person. It gives them the opportunity to think like a rich person and see opportunities, and just instead of trying to live and survive, so they only see those type of situations. See, it's a big difference. So you got to see how it is first and understand. That's why they took out the information. They put you in a state of. By you being in the state of just where you have to you have to know, because they got the real information. You can't even see the sky. We at the point where we don't know if the earth is round or flat. Think about it. We that fucked up. Do you know if the earth is round or flat? It could be round, and it is round. But since they come and say, I think the earth is flat, you fucked up because you don't really know. That's the problem. The you don't really know part, so we to believe. So we have a life of random choices where if it's not you look at a fruit, and you have two choices. Either it's a plum or it's an orange. So you say, well, it's not a plum and it's not an orange, so it got to be an apple. But you never really know what it was. So that's where the problem is. The fact that we don't venture out and go into research, try to know, have a sense of, wake up that soulless, unconscious self that we have inside of us from being domesticated. Once we do that, then we'll be able to do something to help ourselves. But until then, all we're going to be able to do is listen to instructions and follow instructions, which keep us into our left side of our brain. You have to get more into the arts, creativeness, drawing, poetry, dancing, walks, love, but not too much time with a person. When you spend too much time with a person, it becomes habitual. I call you today, you expect me to call you tomorrow at the same time. That's where cycles begin and unconsciousness goes to sleep. You got to break that habit. So be unorthodox with your calling and your movements. That way you keep that person from trying to predict you and see your whole style and call your card. And on top of it, it shows that you're strong and that you have things to do. And there is no cycle of habitual following. You just do it when you can, when your spirit tells you. It is real. It's not something that is a game or you following a movie script. So don't act out like a fucking movie script, man. What the fuck you think this is? You're a real person. You're a soul. Stop acting out the shit that they put in the culture for you to do. You got to break that shit. So once you understand all of this, this will make life more understandable to you. So you get to see there's a point where it's like you have hello, how you doing? You have a common enemy, which is going to be you against yourself. The real you is the inner side of you that knows everything already. It knows everything through your higher mind, but you don't know you have a higher mind. What you do in your sleep is a real shit, real event. And your physical side have no idea of it. It's unconscious of it. And so you don't know these things is occurring, and so you have two sides to you. When you awake and you have these little flashes of shit, or you think you know, or you got a little psychic gift, that's because of that other side that's fully flourishing, probably chilling with me, chilling with other people, that's awake and doing a whole bunch of other shit until you awake in your body, then it goes to sleep. But there is those that wake themselves up and is conscious of everything that's going on. They sleep in a lucid state, and they always is getting instructions and is working in the astral world. Some of them is administrators, some of them is astral police. You have many departments, from warriors to healers to channelers to just, man, let me tell you, it's places you can't even go. You take oaths. All oaths is under Sakmet. And, you know, the whole Egyptian pictures you see in the artifacts and the Tuat is everything of what I'm talking about. So if you're trying to understand what I'm saying, look at those artifacts. All of them is real. They're not showing you something that is it means this or it means that. No, what you see is what it is. Exactly what it is. They're not making nothing up. There's no fucking poetry to put to it. It's come from the underworld, the astral world, a world you have to go to. That's why they leave you Book of the Dead and all this shit, because it ain't no fucking joke. I'm here to wake y'all up and teach y'all the lessons of Enki. Enki is the master to the portal. It's a real story, and I received that blessing. You know, that's another whole story, but, you know, you see it in the eye. When Enki is to me the eye right there. But I know his whole story, the fish and the dragon. We come from the dragon. That's our bloodline, the black blood of Enki. He came here from his mother, from Draco. You understand? And from Draco, they linked up together with a marriage with somebody from Orion, and that's when they moved to Pleiades last, and they separated, and you got the story of people in Sumer and the people in Egypt. The people in Egypt had the black dragon blood, the people in Sumer had the yellow Mongolian Oriental blood, and those are the two stories that's still going on today, the lion and the dragon. I know what's going on. Just believe me, trust me. Anyway, University of Conscious Science, one love.